Welcome to the party, pal!
The BRB, it's BRB time, we're BRB.
Very, very thick, very chunky, and they are packed to the brim.
What was that? Did you see that? Was that the primary buffer panel? It did seem to resemble... Did the primary buffer panel just fall off my Gorham ship for no apparent reason? This landing is going to get pretty interesting. Define interesting. Oh God, we're all going to die? This is the captain. We have a little problem with our entry sequence, so we may experience some slight turbulence and then explode.
On screen.
Hello, welcome in. We are about to resume the raid train build.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields.
Here comes the raid train.
What it means.
What could it
You say little monkey is trouble.
Kara. Kitty.
George,
Bunny.
investigate.
How was your stream? Did you get another carriage finished? I saw you working on the roof last I was over there. Let me close that tab. I don't need to look at that guy. I see him in the mirror every day. But yes, welcome in, guys. If you don't know me, I'm another Brick and Affle, aka Bricko, here in Australia. And we are building the Tranquil Garden. Let's jump back here. There we go. You didn't finish the wheels. Aha.
I want a decent size. It's not all about the length. It's about the thickness as well. And it's got both.
Got both. And let me see. Does this work? I thought that worked. And thank you for pinning that, Kara. Where is my thing with the thing? And the other thing. So we started this on Saturday night. Let's see if this works.
I want a herb garden.
Okay. Cat didn't play the kitty sound. So yes, so the incentives, every donation of at least $1. So my username is a Lego / Pink Floyd pun. So I am building a wall. So you can get another brick in the wall for $1 donation. A donation of $10 or more, you get a tile that goes around the border of the bonsai style pot. A $5 donation will make me hands down stop building. So you could prevent me from building this for 5 minutes, should you wish to. Or you might just want to see this bag. So we finished bag 6 on Saturday night. That's where we stopped. So I should have grabbed the box of Lego as I walked back into the room, shouldn't I? Because the box is nowhere near my desk. That was a very silly thing. So yes, we will be on bag 7. And okay, so that's there. That's there. I'm going to save that. Okay. So while I duck up and grab the box, let's see if this works. Okay. And speaking of Bunny of Death, the other night, well, the command was previously set up. Like the kitty sound was supposed to randomly play if people mentioned that they had a cat or something. Like the word cat was supposed to trigger it. And then I just changed what the command was so that it would actually hopefully work. So we have the box. A decent size. That's bag 9. We don't want bag 9. That's the one we want. So yes, how's everyone going? And Bunny, if you need to raid and run or go grab something to eat, what time is it stateside? It is just after 11 p.m. on the West Coast. So yeah, if you need to raid and sleep, if it's a school night, thank you for bringing everyone here. Thanks for being part of this raid train. It's fun being part of this team. I should have also checked. Kara, where are we at as a team with the fundraising? And it's 110 for Kitty. $3K. Dang. Yeah, speaking of Bunny of Death, the other night I built a create a 3-in-1 set. The cute bunny that I then turned into the llama and the seal, as per the official alternate instructions, and then built a facehugger from Alien that I found instructions for online. So that was literally a Bunny of Death. Or as Scotty called it, a Huggy Boy. Alright, so I have my instructions up, but we have to scroll very quickly. We are not on that page. We are somewhere... We're about halfway through the number of bags, because there's 11 bags all up. So if I go to about... I got about there? Nope. I should have taken notes of what page we're on so I could just jump to the... Let's go to page... Let's guess 86. Okay, nope. 82? Nope. 72. Nope. I'm getting close. Night Bunny, leaving stream up for the lurk. Yeah, I've left my PC on since Friday night. There we go. We're up to step 90.
Don't let the space bugs bite.
Step 96 snot bricks down this side of the pot. And yeah, the milestone here is if we reach 300 raised on both my and Kara's channels, I will become Mr. Creator. Kara's gonna get me a card making thing to do, and I'll do paper crafting on stream. Okay, so step 90 was to do 6 here. Step 91 is to put 24 the rest of the way around. I don't know why they didn't just have me put 30 down in one hit. Unless it's for the, you know, the page count. Because a folded booklet has a page numbers have to be a multiple of 4. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty much just like a giant version of the bonsai, but... And Miss Cubist, g'day. Welcome in. So the music's a bit loud. Okay, I will turn that down. How is it there? I have it up slightly louder on the starting screen, and then sometimes forget to drag it back down. And I haven't quite figured out how to set up ducking in OBS, if that's something I can do. What am I doing here now? I'm putting little hinge clips onto, okay, onto there. So basically 2 in that direction. 2 this way. So yeah, it's just after 4 o'clock here on the east coast of Australia. I've had my day at work, I've come home, I've cooled down, had a shower, had a snack, and let's build some Lego time. Okay, so this goes onto that corner, and then also onto the diagonal opposites. Okay, there we go. Getting almost too large to fit on screen between all the things. Old drink time as well. Stay caffeinated. I've been up since 4:45 this morning. Do, do, do. 26 of these curved slopes. Is that going? Oh, that's going right up to that edge. Okay. So doing 4 in from each corner, leaving a gap in the middle. And yeah, my Bricklink order for tiles for the next mosaics should be at my post office tomorrow. It's flown across the country. But it is in Brisbane as of lunchtime today. Which usually means it's ready by 9 o'clock at my post office, but definitely be ready by the time I finish work tomorrow. Up on this end, we just run these curves the whole way along. Do the same here. So yeah, this is quite a good size build. This set of plates here from end to end is about 1 foot long. For those of a non-metric heritage. Okay, that goes on there. So there's our bonsai pot, basically. Because the gap left over is 6, instead of doing like a 2 and a 4 and being asymmetrical, we're putting 3 of these along there. In addition to the kitty, I also have, just as a sound thing,
2319! We have a 2319!
we have a 2319. Oh no! All right, so that was a very very quick bag. What was that? 4 steps. 90 to 94. Oh, 90 to 94 is 5 steps. So yeah, 5 steps and the bag is done. Bag 8, which technically is already open, because bag 8 is where the tiles are that are part of the donation incentive. So I had to dig through the other night to find where the tiles were. Pick out all the pieces out of the bag, make all the bag noises, and yes, bag 8. Thank you, Kitty, for yelling out the bag numbers. Oh, we get some 2x2 plates and 2x3 plates in their own little mini bag. So I need 4 of those. Right, so they're still doing... They're making it symmetrical rather than having a that weird numbers and lengths of plate. Putting one long one there and then some 3s at the end. Which probably is also going to help when the tiles start coming around. The overlaps will go across these plates, I'm guessing. And having built the bonsai, it screamed 2319 because I pushed a button. I just have a button on my soundboard that does a 2319. I also have one that...
I got a bad feeling about this.
Sometimes there's context. There's been a few times when I've been playing Tomb Raider where I've reached over and pushed the bad feeling button. As we walk into the next trap. There's also a hello. Hello. Yes, that's me saying hello in the style of a Australian commercial, radio and TV commercial down here. There's a tile place and the guy says hello. And the text here says, recognize the base frame design for this model. We reused the flower pot design from the Lego Icons 10281 bonsai tree set to emulate a similar look and feel. Welcome back, Kara. How are the snacks? So yeah, they're making it... The garden itself is like a little bonsai...
Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance
Ooh,
is
hey,
futile.
right. Thank you very much for the resub. But yes, much like the bonsai, these tires are like a little non-slip thing for the base. Snacks are... What kind of snacks have you got? I had a mini banana muffin. That was not warmed up. How are things there, Bri? How's your Monday? I keep thinking it's... Like, what day is it today? Oh, it's Monday, that's right. I don't normally Stream on a Monday. Ooh. Here's runny fried egg and cheese wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's the middle. I believe it's Monday. I do not like runny egg. This is very true. All right. Here's all the... I don't know if it would survive the postal system. Hey, Pink. That sounds really good, Kara. And we're placing these tiles along here. And this gap right here is where Stewbot's tile goes on and Irabry's goes on. There we go. There's the first two dono tiles. Now in place is lunch. Breakfast is...
Very cool.
Alright, then we flip this over.
The BRB, it's BRB time. We're BRB 8.
Okie doke. Okay, 2 lots of... Alright. So Kara says Kitty's in charge. Okie doke. And those go there, and then where is this one going? This is going 4 in and somewhere in the middle. So the center is here. So across there. And same thing over here. Along the center line, 4 in from the outside. And then the same feet are what's on this little record player as well. It uses this it's some spinny thing. I forget what category it comes under on Bricklink. I think it's a Technic thing. But they use it here to attach a tire. As a little stand.
Nice legs. For a human.
I think they... That's 7 in. That's 7 in. Yeah, so you got the corners. And then you've got those ones in there. And then those in there. So it has rotational symmetry. Oh, hello, caps lock. And we get one spare tire. But yeah, with the rubber tires on their side, what you end up with is a Lego model that's very hard to slide, especially on a mouse pad or desk mat. That does the job. So that's our spare. So that's bag 8. Also, not many steps in bag 8. What was that? 4 steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we had 5 steps for bag 7 and 5 steps for bag 8. We're already on bag 9. If we do finish the last 3 bags before 7 o'clock tonight when we raid out, I do have something else to build after this. Bag 9. Or, to put it another way, number 9, number 9, number 9, number 9, number 9. That's my Beatles gag for the day. Yes, bag noises, here we come. How to identify trees. Number 1, the larch. The larch. What was the other one? Lessons in how to stay hidden. They call out the guy's name and address, and he stands up, and they explode the tree. Then finally it's like, this person has learnt the first lesson in staying hidden, and that's to not stand up. Alright, so now we've got more of these, lots more of these corner tiles, and we're putting a cobblestone path. And we return to the top-down view that they had us do for the tiling all around here. So this is going up against there. Yes, I'm a massive sci-fi fan. I'm a massive Monty Python fan. One of my favorite memories was when I was in high school. The reruns were on one of our stations down here. They'd be on late at night, and I hadn't seen every Monty Python episode at that point, but I was getting into them, and I stayed up. It wasn't a school night. We were on holidays. So I think we were out at my grandparents' house. Everyone else had gone to bed. I was up ready to watch Monty Python. And it was always on a non-commercial channel, so there weren't really ad breaks or things. Shows would just end. There'd be, you know, promos for other stuff during the week, but no, like, commercial products. And while I'm sitting there waiting, a movie started. And it looked like an old Technicolor pirate movie, and it had this scrolling text on screen about privateers and the Caribbean, and I was like, oh, but I thought Monty Python's Flying Circus was supposed to be on. Oh, well, I like pirate movie. I like pirates. I like old movies. I'll sit and watch this instead. And, you know, there's scrolling text at the intro of the movie, scrolls up, and a boat comes into shore, and Guys unload a treasure chest. They're all in period costume. And they walk up the beach past John Cleese sitting at a desk, who goes, "And now for something completely different." And I went, I'd just gotten into the mood to watch that movie, and it turned out to be the show instead. I was like, well played, guys, well played. Yeah, it was a very long opening gag. Yeah. It's... And there's at least one episode from memory where it takes I think it's nearly at the end of the episode before they even get to the It's guy. Like, they do a whole bunch of stuff, and then it's like, oh yeah, we're going to do the opening credits now. You've been watching for 20 minutes, but here we go. Owl stretching. I don't recall owl stretching time, but possibly. Lemon curry is a great combination of words. Lemon curry? Confuse a cat. Tonight, on It's the Mind, we discuss the phenomenon of deja vu, that strange feeling we get that we've experienced something before. Tonight, on It's the Mind, we discuss the phenomenon of deja vu, that strange feeling we get that we've experienced something before. Okay, I think that's all the plants in their right spot. We got one there, 3 there, 2 there, 2 there, 3 across there, 2 there, 2 there. Winding pathways invite you to see the garden and maybe other things from different perspectives. Okay, so this pathway starts on this plate up there. And this goes under there. That goes up against that plate. And 7 of these little green plant flower petal pieces. And there. So yes, the fundraising will be open until April 22nd for the Build for Hope. Raid train will go until some point tomorrow in my time zone. Let me open a tab here. I was going to double check the team effort so far. I think there's about 19 streamers in the raid train. Making me log in again. 3,108 is the event total raised so far. Very cool. So from the document I've got here from Project Hope, that amount so far is basically enough for 30 families of Ukrainian refugees to access medical consultation, medications, and care. Or if I do the quick maths, in Ukraine itself, it could provide medical care and medication distribution to about 60 families and elderly adults. Yeah, every little bit helps. So it's cool to take part. It's my first. I think it's Kara's. Kara's done this last year. It's my first time taking part in Build for Hope. And I thought the Tranquil Garden would be a nice set to build to hang out with you guys and keep the train rolling along. Okay, that's a little... Where are these other plates going? There. Sometimes I look at the little inset box on a step and grab all the parts I need ahead of time. Sometimes I just wing it. Today I'm winging it. That one goes there, and then we got one there. And one of whatever this piece is called over here. This is like a platform piece that's in some of the Mario sets that I've seen floating around. 2x2 bricks. There and there. This is where the tea house is probably going to rest on those 2 points. And one of those. Yeah, the number of times on stream where I'll say, and I need one of these, and 2 of those ones, and 1 of these ones. And these are also 1 of these ones, a 2/3 height brick. Brick, modified. Or no, it's probably not modified. It's probably just considered a normal brick, but it's just 1 by 1 by 2/3. Like, does the 2/3 height make it a modified brick? Hang on, we're gonna... What? Okay, I am confused. Or is it... Oh, okay. No, I was confused for a second. I thought we were putting another one on top of itself, and I'm like, but there's nothing to connect to. No, this is going in in over that. Oh, nice. So we're getting like a little stone steps. So the path goes around here over the bridge we haven't built yet and around to here. And then you go up these steps into... This is going to go that way somehow. Well, obviously with the door facing the path. And this silence here is me opening Bricklink. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the modified are all like the log profile palisade ones, the snot bricks. Bricks that have the axle hole down through the middle of them. It's funny when you go to search for pieces though, because things like, you know, the old, well, I'm assuming it's an old piece, like the big brick with pins sticking out the side for car wheels, like in a 4+ kid set. That's technically a modified brick. But I'd probably I'd be searching under vehicle stuff first and going, why can't I find this, you know, brick with wheels? Oh, because it's under brick. And the little curved like, it's kind of like the back bumper of a car that has like recessed studs for headlights or taillights, but it's got the curve to go around a wheel. And it's not quite a bracket. It's considered a brick. The so if you're looking stuff up, Pink, part number 52038 is considered a brick, and I would be looking for that under like wheel related, vehicle related pieces. Wait, the 1 by 1 by 2/3 is under modified. Oh, there it is. I scrolled right past it. I didn't even see it. Scrolled right past it. And I think the other one that gets me is the 8x8 plates that are double thickness that interlock with each other. Those are considered to be 2/3 height bricks, and I always look for them under plates. But it's considered brick modified 8x8 times 2/3 with indentations. Yeah, I consider anything less than a brick height to be like, I think of that as like a higher plate, not a short brick. Speaking of modified bricks, we get these brickhead style snot bricks. I just call these the brickhead bricks because they're in all of them. But yeah, the 8x8, I'm always looking in plate first, and then I go, oh, that's right, they call it a brick. And then another corner. Some more rock work. Some more mossy olive green plates under there. And then we get this little cone Cone piece and a dark grey frog. Frog goes over here. I'll get another one of those. Yeah, one of those. I think is that a It's not a brick, is it? I think that one. So the 2/3 height, the 1x1 by 2/3 is a modified brick. But these ones, I don't think these are under a brick, are they? Even though they're 2 plates thick. Everything but the 2x4. Yeah, everything other than part number 3001 isn't real Lego. I did make a giant upscaled 2x4 brick once. I think it was 12 times the height, 12 times the length, 12 times the width. And I made it out of 2x4 bricks, including, and it wasn't solid. It had the outside wall. It had the cross support underneath. It had the 3 circles brick built in underneath it. And I hollowed out the anti-studs in the top inside the top layer as well. And I was going to try and design one and see if I could make it so that it was made out of exactly 3001 pieces, just to be, just to be that nerd. Okay. So the 1x1 by 2/3 is a modified brick. This is not a modified brick. This is a modified tile with 4 feet. So yeah, that's a tile with feet. It's not a 2/3 height brick. So work that out. Okay, that goes there. And of course we have to use tiles here because the tea house is getting put down at a weird angle. All for step 106. Okay, step 107. And okay, I don't know why that couldn't have been the one step. Thank you, Irabri, and thank you, Millennium, for both the brickhead design and the music on the Pedro. And the Deadpool twerk there. And then we get one of these T-shaped brackets. I don't know what it's called other than a T-shaped bracket. No worries, Erebright. Have a good one. Goes there. Ah, okay. I think I see what they're doing here. For a tea house, indeed. Nice. This is, in some shape or form, probably going to end up going like that or something to add to this rock shape down here. Ah, it's actually going over here. Into that little recessed space left between all the water tiles. The number of times that happens where I go, I think this is what's going to happen with this piece, and then you scroll to the next step, and it's like, so, this is where it's going. Yeah. There, that goes on there. That lines up. There's a bit of a gap to that rock piece there. Then we get a different set of... Wrong one. That angle. Yep. That one goes there. That goes... goes on there. And yes, that little stud is semi-exposed. And those two go together. To there. Step 116. And it says, we missed a bit of text here. Stones, rocks, and sand often bring deeper meaning to the grounds. And now we've got the bridge. And there will be ads coming up in the next few minutes. We are approaching the hour mark. I won't be building during that time. I'll get up, stretch my legs, and possibly grab a quick snack. So feel free to do the same. Stretch your legs, grab something to eat, grab something to drink. And we'll see you back here in a few. I'll hit a BRB screen when that happens. Set you down to lie flat there. And do this 4 times. Clips. Under a 2x2 tile. And thank you for the donation. Let me just see where
Welcome to the party,
come
pal.
from. That is another brick in the wall. All right, but the awkward thing with Tiltify is that it let me pick a drop-down menu and pick colors, But I don't get to see that on my end. So, Honky Dong, if you can let me know what color brick you would like. Thank you, Kitty.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships.
What could it mean?
Dookie say little monkey in trouble. George, investigate.
Welcome, Raiders. Hey, Build Babe, how's it going? What were we building today? How was your stream? And apologies if any of you are still stuck in ads. On my end, it says the ads are in progress, but who really knows with Twitch and OBS and the way they talk to each other? Yes, welcome to the east coast of Australia. It is 5 p.m. in Queensland. All right, we should be out of ads shortly. Fun hall set, the medieval training ground. Nice. I've seen Jang build a lot of fun hall kits. Anything castle, anything medieval gets my vote. And yes, if it is late, and yes, hello, other Bricko, as I call you. I'm Bricko. How's it going? Yes, if it is late in your time zone and you need to raid and run, or do all the post-stream self-care, go for a walk, stretch, nap, fire break, eat, drink some water, please feel free to do so. Thank you for bringing your crew over to this way, and hopefully I can keep you guys going with some Lego entertainment. Yes, we are working on, and my PNG guy in the corner is in a samurai outfit for the occasion. We're building the Tranquil Garden and taking part in a raid train for
What a
Project
herb
Hope. So yes, Brick Building Community and Project Hope, and Build for Hope is the campaign. The team has raised 3,000 and something so far, 3,109 so far for Project Hope. And if our most recent donor is in chat and would like to let us know what color brick, we just got a $1 donation, and that means basically pick a red, orange, yellow, green, blue, pink brick. There's also some tan, there's some dark grey. And your name goes on the brick, and the brick becomes another brick in the wall. And we've just gotten up to step, what number is this? Step 116. We started this on Saturday night in a previous raid train spot. The train has been running since Friday, non-stop. And it will run until Tuesday sometime in my time zone. Kara, can you do exclamation schedule? I didn't make that a button I could push. I'd have to reach for the keyboard. Thank you. So yes, that's the train thus far on screen there. That's a bit of last night. That's where we are at the moment. So Bunny of Death was before me doing the Orient Express. I'll raid into Kittles, who's doing the Globe. And then there's a few more stops, and we finish up with Courtney 24 tomorrow morning my time. So we're heading around the world a few times. Done a few loops of the globe. Nice. Right, let me get another one of these little bar clip piece. And yeah, for some reason, yeah, Tiltify lets me put a little drop-down menu with color choices. But then when someone makes the dollar dono, gloops, globe loops, yes, and Kittles will literally be building the globe tonight when we raid across down the coast from me. Going from Australia to elsewhere in Australia. Yeah, that needs to nudge along there a little bit. Looks like that's going up to there, and then we're leaving a little bit of a gap between each one. Because I'm guessing we're going to curve this. Hey, Eclipse. Yes, I left my I've left my PC on since Friday night. There's been a couple times where my browser has gone haywire with the video encoders and not taken me across, but basically it's raided me since yesterday everywhere. So there's our little bridge. Then we get these little robot arms. And there is a difference between the two hands on them, so I always look at the instructions to see which way we're clipping that on.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships.
What could it mean? Lower the shields. Welcome, Raiders.
Dookie say little monkey in trouble.
First build, babe. Now
George,
Juanita Cow.
investigate.
I was watching Juanita in another tab, so now another of my tabs is here. Happy lurk, Sarah. And g'day Ellie, g'day Blue, Raymond, Samurai. And of course, Juanita Cow. And g'day Sonia. Greetings. There's Juanita Cow. Don't let the name fool you. Not an actual cow. Not an actual Juanita either. How was the Wicked set? And why isn't my... There we go. Now it lets me... Let me close that tab. So yes, did you get both the figures built and the base or the whatever the setting thing is with it? Ah, you just got alphabet left. Cool. All right, let me
Live long and prosper.
No worries. Enjoy your lurk. So yes, today is not a normal Bricko streaming day. This is part of a charity raid train with other brick builders, and we are doing Build for Hope. Over here. B4H. Oh, that's B4G. B4H. There we go. Helps if I could spell.
I want a herb garden.
I want a herb garden. And I still haven't turned off the garden trigger that does that. So yes, we are raising money for Project Hope to support humanitarian aid worldwide. The train kicked off 11 p.m. my time on Friday night and is going to be going until tomorrow at some point in the morning/afternoon. But fundraising will be open until April 22nd. A $1 donation on my channel gets your name on another brick in the wall. $5 donation makes me stop building for 5 minutes. And $10 or more gets your name on one of these tiles around the outside of the garden. And also, some mod love.
I have one job on this lousy ship. It's stupid, but I'm gonna do it, okay?
Thanks, Kara. And same thing I said to Build Babe, who raided in a few minutes before you. If you do need to raid and run and go have a drink, a walk, a stretch, tidy the desk post-stream. Juanita Cow, thank you very much for your donation. Would you like a silver or gold Sharpie? Silver. And just the full Juanita Cow. And yes, feel free to raid and run. That is your other option. Stretch, walk, and yes, raid and run. It is midnight for you. There we go. Thank you very much. And that is also one step closer to the 300 target for by the end of the next couple of weeks. If I raise 300 and Kara raises 300, I will become Mr. Creator and I will do a papercraft stream. Thank you very much, Juanita. Have a good night. Get some good sleep. And thank you for bringing the pasture this way. All right, and this indeed does clip in. So those clip down into there. Okay, there we go. It's clipped in. And then this end. Okay, there we go. And it kind of ends. Is that mostly straight? It kind of looks a bit funny on camera, but that appears to be pretty good. Add to my notes here. Alright, so now with these robot hands up here, basically doing this again, doing one of these flexible thin tubes to bend across. And a robot arm at each end with the reinforced hand on the outside. And that clips onto there. Something like that. And then we do another one on this side. Good. Kind of gonna clip it in here while it's there. Bend that down, stretch that out to reach that clip, and then kind of adjust that middle one as we go. And that is the Tiltify thing is still not putting sounds in my ears. But thank you very much, Jimothy. Please let me know what color brick you would like. Because while there's a drop-down menu on Tiltify, I don't see it on my end, which is orange. Orange. And would you like Jimothy or Jimothy Gaming? I'm going to try and fit it onto a 1x2 brick. I'm gonna write Jimothy along the top, and then if you want gaming as well, I'll try and fit that underneath. Just Jimothy. This tip doesn't really want to write on the bricks for some reason. There we go. Jimothy. Thank you very much. There we go. The wall is growing. Nice. Thank you very much for your donation. All right, so we got the two sides of the bridge on. Now we've got these stone lanterns. 5 times. All right. A cone and a 4-way snot brick that gets a little dish, and then one of these little this reminds me of like markers in like the board game Mastermind. For those of you familiar with Mastermind, because Kara was not. This one's over here. I believe they're meant to be like lanterns or something. This one goes over there next to that plate. And these, I'm guessing these are going to be trees, but they're like a drill tip from a mining set. Yes, like Wordle, but without words. That one indeed.
There's something I want to tell you. Tell me.
Left.
I'm not left-handed
Okay, so I'll
either.
finish this step, and then we do 5 steps left-handed. Thank you, Jimothy. Is this 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 down here in the water. 5. Okay. Okay, and there's some text here. Weathered lanterns and structures add depth and ambience to a tranquil garden and invite us to embrace the passing of time. All right, so one-handed it is. So first step, and it's 7 trees with like a brown fez piece, a truncated cone, round plate on top of that. Stay put. I wonder if I should put these in place and then try to build them with the bar down the middle. Or if I should prep them all here first. Okay, so that goes in there, and then the drill piece. Down over the top. Does that? Oh, it does clip down onto a plate. Cool. Studs connect. That goes one there. And then this goes very close to it. Yes, thanks to everyone that's coming along for the ride on the raid train, and for the donations, whether that's here, everyone else's channels. The 3,000 we've raised so far is just amazing. So thank you all very much for your support and for hanging out and for lurking across streams across the weekend as well. Ah, come on. There we go. Push onto there. That one goes 2 studs along and 1 up. There. Still got 3 more of these to go. We're still only on the first step of left-handed. That one goes onto that plate. Getting the bar out of the edge of the tray is interesting. And trying to line these up so that they actually don't need much rotation when I get them to there is not always. There we go. And then this goes next to this. Oh, it goes on that plant there. Okay. One more black bar down here to pull out. Nope, not lined up with the studs, so it doesn't push down. There we go. Where does it go? Over here next to the frog. Step 2. Okay, cool. You want to keep count of the left-handed steps, Kara? We are on step 2. Step 2. When these tall bricks are going... And pink, I'm going to guess... Because I forget to look before. Is the 1x1x5 considered modified because it's extra tall? It's like in my own brick storage, I treat it as just a brick. And then I put all the bricks with clips, or the log pattern or the brick pattern. I treat them as modified and store them all together. We're in the same container. Okay, is that... Okay, so step 3 of left-handed is putting the tea house on its stilts. Right as the main titles of Star Wars kick off. Right, so tall ones are bricks, but short ones are modified bricks. And it's the same way that it uses jumper tiles to bring the fence on this to an 11 by 11 square on a 12 by 12 plate. This is going to be an 11 by 11 footprint, so I have to line it up with the holes between the studs. So basically these should look like the fence poles are going all the way down through the platform into the water. This is interesting one-handed. Is that attached? That's attached. I think it's all attached now. And some of the smaller pieces inside the tea house might go for a spill, but there we go. So it gets that look of these pillars going all the way through the platform. I mean, it looks good. All right, so that's step 3. These are all spares. I've never opened a bag one-handed. And Alex coming in and grabbing the unclaimed third. Welcome in, Alex. How's it going? Welcome to part 2 of the Tranquil Garden. That's bag 11. There's Kitty. Bag 10. I only used my left hand and my teeth to open the bag. I held the bag in my teeth and then just pulled on the corner. My left... Oh, actually, technically... Yes. Yeah, the smaller back hat. These ones are not... They're not playing ball. Thank you for the Pedro. Hey, double chocolate chip. How are things? Alright, I'm going to slightly cheat and pop the bag with 2 hands. But then back to left-handed building.
Wow.
Alright, so this will be step 4, Kara. Step 4 of the left-handed. Thank you. Step 4, I have stretched. I will actually move my chair closer as well, just so I can sit better. Alright, so there's step. Where's the tray? Where's the thing?
Water!
Water?
To drink!
Can do, Kara. I actually haven't had water for like an hour and a half. So probably a good idea to hydrate.
Alrighty. What did you order?
Lager.
I got you creme de menthe.
I got you coconut sugar.
Schwartz the wrong way. The Black Stars are celebrating an equalizer.
I think that video's come up every time you've triggered that, Kara, lately. The algorithm knows how much Kara just loves soccer. And 5th step, left-handed, is another Technic brick next to this one. And a 2x2 tile on top. There we go. That is the left-handed building done. That was step 5. Alright, so now long red Technic pin down through there. Now we are making a tree. There should be another red axle hiding there somewhere. Step 126. One of that. The single pin but double axle piece there. Cross axle. Elbow joint number 3. And a dark grey pin into the side. Goes in there. Now what are we doing? We're doing pin down through that. And the reverse out the other side. Turning them that way. And then a cone, and then one of those little double-ended little bars with the stop in the middle. And that goes out that end of our tree. And then 7 horns for branches. Out of each of these and out of that pin. Right. I was like, where's the 7th one go? And then that. Okay, so they've made that. So a plate, a brick in height, and a tile is the same distance as 2 studs. So that's a little cube base for this to go around this way. And it gets us to put that down into there. It just goes right down like that. But as it said at the start of the book, this is a set where you can move things around and arrange the garden how you like later on. Now for the next little tree. Happy little trees. And by putting it in a Technic brick with 2 holes, it puts the stump off center. I don't know if they're gonna fill this hole with anything. Another piece, and then blue pin. Into another little elbow joint. Step 135. Axle up there. Plant element on the side. And oop. Sent it flying, but landing back in the tray doesn't count as a dropped Lego piece. That's my loophole. I'm sticking to it. On a technicality. If it went flying across the table, that's, you know, over here, that's a different story. But back in the tray, did it really leave? Was it ever really there in the first place? Was it built yet? These are the questions we ask ourselves. And that goes at the end of that. Push that through there. The cone there. And the top. Aha. So the second hole in the brick is filled with one of these curved tusk horn pieces. And just a pin. Seven more horns. Just like the other one. All our branches or branches. goes to there. So step 142, that goes over here.
Let's show you around.
Let me show you around.
This is the bucket where our pea freezes, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. This is the table where we build the Lego, and that's it. Oh wow! Here, okay, 70. We need 68 of these, 34 of this flower, 17 leaf elements, and 17 branch elements to do this step 17 times. Let's swap places. Let's put that over here. I'm going to set up a little assembly line. Actually, we're going to turn them so they look like the one in the book. And while I just sit here with my other hand on my knee, you know, you're getting some free one-handed building. Partly because this is kind of in my own way. Who put that there? All right, then where are our 34 flat pink flowers going? They're going into and there, and oh, what did I just knock over? Oh, one of the pine trees. Goes there and there. This one gets two. And they all get and I think the leaf element underneath here is partly to give it a bit more of a pinning onto the end of the branch. Although it's already got two studs there. I have noticed Lego doing that on sets where they'll put two hollow studded pieces together to provide more friction on the bars in a tree branch, or you know, pinning branches to each other so they don't get knocked off as easily. See, it doesn't count if I drop it into the tray. Doesn't count. Yeah. See, it doesn't count if I drop the flour into the tray either. No one tell Kara. Well, you know what to do if it counts.
You got like 3 feet of air that time.
Yeet. No, there will be no yeeting the Lego. Not intentionally, anyway. Okay, that's 9 so far. Doing this in different order, putting these flowers on first. Shaking things up. On to the next bit. Onto there. Always worried I'll bend these when I try to attach studs to the little pieces on the ends of the thin branches, and not like the thicker ones around the edges. They are very bendy. There's another one. Ta-da! Oh, this one's not finished yet. It only got its first layer of little pink flowers on it. There's a second layer, and then it gets the leaf under the branch. Oh, you want first lobster? I'll see what I can do. Is that for, like, redeeming first? What will come first? Finishing the 17 branches and having them attached, or the ads? I think we can get these on that. There we go. Okay, so these are all going to be spares. This is the end of the bag. Not the next bag yet, though. Put the tray to one side, and now oh, that's right. Each of these had 7 branches. As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 branches. Every branch had 7 leaves. Every leaf had 7 flowers. So that doesn't seem to add up, but no, there's this pin here as well. So that's where the 15th one goes. Or 17th one, rather, because there's also the 2 at the top. 2 pins at the top. So 14 there, 15, 16, 17. And then these kind of just go all around on these. And again, we can kind of go at different angles, different directions, just so that they look a little bit more natural and different. Can that go that way, maybe? Ah! There. Something like that. I think Drop's got a cooldown just because it's a gag one. Oops only has a short cooldown because I'm not expecting to drop 2 things within seconds of each other. And so I just don't want, like, if multiple people type it in all at once, it'll still just count the one drop. Okay, there we go. They are on. It says ad starting soon. We have reached we've done the 2 little cherry blossom trees. Step 143 is done. And then I'm going to hit a BRB screen. Some ads will run soon. Grab yourselves a drink or a snack, and we'll see you back here very soon. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking to the ads. I had a quick bio break, and that timed really nicely with one of my lurks raiding. All right, so we've gotten to step 143. We got that far, and yes, Eclipse. There is no drop game here. There is a Wilhelm scream occasionally in response to a drop, but there's no game. Sorry. And yes, Sonia, it is looking really amazing. The little pathway is cool. The fact that the stepping stones are made up of just 3 different elements. So you've got the corner tile, the little quarter round tile, and a 1x2 tile. And just different combinations of those give the different shaped stepping stones around the path. A balance of elements like water, carefully selected plants, and different uses of rocks helps create a tranquil environment in your garden. The little notes throughout the book are really cool. And now, the moment that Kitty's been waiting for, if she's still awake, it's bag 11. Let's move this wall over here. This to meow. The tray to meow. The 11th and final bag of this set. Okay, will do. But yes, we are now on bag 11. There we go. What time is it for you now? Is it like 3 a.m.? It is 6 p.m. here. Okay, now we get a little stone pagoda to build. Okay, it goes there. So this is coming down at an angle. Okay, nice. Oh, and just using the corner, these little curved up roof corners that we've got around the tea house, it's just using 4 of them as each layer of this pagoda. That's cool. And then rinse and repeat for like 3 layers of these. There's layer 2. Third brick, and then 4 more of these little roof corners. And then a jumper tile on top. And this little cone piece that's got a little beveled inset edge down there. And I just dropped that down the hole there. Yes, I just dropped that. There we go. Haha! Rescued! Hey, Kiddles, welcome in. Kiddles is where we are heading to next on the raid train. And then we've got another one of these cone weird pieces. I'll try not to drop it down the hole. And then this goes... Okay, so the book's still looking at this from the other side. This goes way over in... this one. No. So they're like a... The closest description I can think of would be like the lunar lander, the pod that comes, whatever, the bit that comes back to Earth and parachutes down. It's kind of like that. It's not a pointed cone like these ones. It's like this that then got squished. So it kind of bulges outward at the base and then it angles up to the top. And it's not like the fez pieces. So the bases of these little pine trees is a truncated cone that starts from a flat base and sort of angles in. And that gets used as a fez. It's a tree trunk here. Yeah, these ones get wider and then they get narrower. Turn. The bricklink description is not on page 1 of the parts. It's called cone 1.5 times 1.5 times 2/3 truncated. So it's 2/3 the height of a brick. And it sticks out, like its total width is 1.5. So it sticks out like a quarter either side. Okay, so the pagoda is going down in this. Well played, Kara. Well played. I didn't even read the brick sacrifice. Oh, okay. Yep. That is worth a... That is worth a...
Bricko.
Really?
Hang on. I'm not seeing...
There's
the thing?
It's on the tang, on top of the
Live
tang!
long and
Am I
prosper.
missing a piece? Nope. Oh, okay, kiddles. Yes, go eat. I thought I was missing a piece. I couldn't see it anywhere. Because my light is over here. As soon as the tray comes sort of past the Lego build, that's all shadow. Oh, look, there's the red piece I was looking for. I just had that. I'm missing a piece. I'm missing a piece. Oh, nope, there it is. Moment. And I like that there's the drill bit on a fez for one type of tree. You've got all these big antlery pieces in Technic for that tree, and then we've got straight Technic tubes and things here for this next tree, which then has the, I say newish now, fern piece. But it's going to be upside down and layered to make our pine tree over here. So step 161. Yes, the donation link is there. Donation link is also pinned at the top of chat. I'm not going to be building every stream in April. But I will still be fundraising through till the 22nd. There we go. So you can still get your name added to the set afterwards. All right. So there's a little fern segment, and then we build that 7 times. This is tree section number 2. Seven times. They didn't see it coming. 6 more times. Now Jack Scorcher has to save the world again. Again. I don't know if I've actually built a set yet with this fern piece in it. There's a few in the backlog that have it. I know that. Them. Ba-da-ba. What about now? 6. Okay, so that's 7 of those. Guessing we just send them down in alternating layers like that. That's a very cool effect. Step 162 is 3 ferns. And out to a... There we go. So yes, there's the raid train schedule. It's still going on. That is last night's times there. Then we get to today's. Funny Death, then to me, then to Kiddles, Kraggles, and then Brixplorium. Set to build. Finishing up at Courtney 24. I believe it's 19 different streamers all up. Incredible effort. All sorts of cool Lego builds. And some people doing silly things like eating beans. And then this one goes down there. That tree. Ah, I was like, what's next? Ah, a stand of bamboo. Using ball joints to clip in down the bottom. Nice. But there's two empty spots to put plants into. We can see from the little grey stud at the bottom of the page, we're getting towards the end of the set. No, this is bag 11. We're still on bag 11. Were you here for bag 10? Maybe. I don't know if bag 10 got yelled out. Bag 10 was the cherry tree. The 2 cherry trees and all their leafy goodness, and do this 17 times. And then, okay, so 2 candles. And then this little thin ball joint pin. Spin it around and put a bar there. These are the ones I'm always worried will break. I've had them break on mocks before. At least if one or two leaves breaks off, it still kind of looks like a plant part. It's not too bad if they get broken in transit. And another one up the top here. Followed by one more of those. And clip that in there. The bamboo won't be curving the way that real tall lots of bamboo will, but we can obviously angle them away from each other. This one's got 3 candle pieces. Spin it around. Also gets one of these brown bars. So we're getting different heights. Different heights of bamboo. Come on. Come on. There we go. More green. And then these little lime sections with the leaves coming out are kind of like the bands between all the sections. A little panda to put in the garden. Right, this one clips in there. Oh. And depending on how you turn these bits, you can kind of get them a little closer together so the leaves don't collide. Then we get a really short piece of bamboo here. Gets 1 candle. And then the little ball joint that kind of looks like a minifig microphone, but isn't. Black bar. Two lime bamboo round bricks. And that one. Spin that around there. That can go there. And then how many has this got? This one's got 2 candles. Two candles. Full joint. Flip around. Little black bar down into the cone.
water.
Thank you,
drink.
Kara. Yes, I am forgetting to drink water. Why are you not attached to that piece? There we go.
Look, I have one job on this lousy ship. It's stupid, but I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna
okay?
do it. Oh, why is that? The black bar's gone too far down into the green cone. Yes, because it is helpful to remember. Oh, the green cones had a great time. All right, there we go. There's the fourth stand of bamboo, fourth little stalk. So click that in. There we go. 4 different heights, and you can kind of tweak the angles. Now we just need a Jiangzi minifig and some sword fighting amongst all the bamboo. This one goes back over here. They've got it going that way, and they've got them kind of going out a little bit more from each other. But yeah, if you've seen House of Flying Daggers or Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, yeah, we just need some. Ooh, actually. I mean, I've got some Ninjago figures right here. I'd never get sidetracked, would I? Never. Correct. Kara, that joke gets a... That joke gets a 10. Uh-oh. Yeah, that does not sound good. Alex? Alright, this branch thingy. Ah. It's not an oops if you knock the top of a pine tree. And like, here's yet another like plant design using another blade horn claw piece thing. Followed by a robot arm and a handlebar. And then we do this again. Those get some dark. Ooh. I don't know if I've had this part in dark green in many sets. Yeah, just using robot arm and handlebars, we're getting more asymmetrical branch work. Step 180. That's what we're on at the moment. And it looks like that's our last step because the only thing left is a spare part. Wait, a hot water system had water in it? What a surprise. Right, there we go. Oh, outside of the pipe. Right, yeah, okay. It's it's all wet. All right, and then this one goes down here. Don't disturb our little fight in the bamboo. Last spare piece. And with that, our Tranquil Garden is very carefully tilted for the camera. And the final thing down here says, want to add your personal touch to your model? Be inspired by the 5 principles of Tranquil Gardens. Enclosure, balance, borrowed scenery, symbolism, and asymmetry. Like it's shown from this side on the box. But the pathway and the steps up into the building, oh, don't get caught on your mic cable, are over on this side. So there's the steps up into the tea house. This is really cool. I like the fact that you can like mix and match the trees and go, you know what? I want this one over. I want this one here. And I want this one here. That's a the Kill Bill fight scenes. What, like in there, or like cover it in snow and have the outside fight? No, we've got the House of Flying Daggers and Crouching Tiger fight scenes instead. Up in the bamboo. Nice. What else have I got? Tappy's little rabbit. Ooh. Kara, look at the name of this emote. Pointy wolf. Nice. Ooh, I like Kaz's mod sword one with the Lego Dreams blade. That one's cool. Alrighty. So that is the Tranquil Garden. That was a good choice to do for 6 hours. I think if I was to build again, I mean, they've put the fish where you can see them all. But I think it might be nice to... Penguin flipping the bird. Nice. Very nice, Alex. Yeah, I like the fact that there's a whole bunch of elements that you can mix and match around.
Live long and prosper.
Old Grey Wolf is lurking. No worries. Thanks for the lurk. Cheers to all our lurkers that are around and keeping this raid train rolling. Yeah, it's Sonia. It's an amazing set. I picked this up a while ago on sale and just kind of put it in the backlog. Wasn't sure when I would get around to it. But then thought, ooh, I could do it for Build for Hope. Partly because it does have all the tiles around the outside that are a spot to write on. It's a nice display piece. 3,100. Nice. Well done. Well done to all the donors. All we're doing is sitting here building Lego and eating spicy beans. It's the donations that are going to make a difference. There we go. That's the set built. It's not raid out time yet. Kittles is probably still having dinner and setting up. Let's look at the parts list. There's some very nice parts in this. It's got 31 of the fern piece in dark green. The 17 white branch elements. Nice. There's 3 white goldfish / koi and 6 orange ones.
Wow.
And the train's still going. It'll roll on through tonight and into tomorrow morning. And we'll see how far we get by the 22nd. with just the non-raid train fundraising that'll continue. So yeah, I was saying earlier, so I didn't stream yesterday like I normally would have. I had a I was intending on having a short nap in the afternoon, but I was quite tired and I just slept. Kitty needs to see Mr. Creator. It could happen. It could happen. We've got a couple weeks to get there. But yes, I'll be building Lego on Fridays. I'll still be doing some digital Lego possibly on Thursday night. We'll see what happens with work and how long my nap is after work, how I feel at the end of the week. That's perfectly fine, Kitty. You are here and you are yelling out the bag numbers. That's what counts. You're here hanging out in chat. There's all different ways we can support. I must have it. Someone has to yell out the bag numbers. How would we know what bag we were on? But yes, my mosaic order should be here tomorrow at the post office. So I might be doing that on Friday. So I've already got the mosaic of the. So that takes you to the stream team page. Millennium sent me the studio file for a QR code, and I built that. Yeah, I'll have some more album covers to build. So that's going to be Friday, most likely. And then Saturday, the gaming will be not the raiding of the tombs, but I'm going to be starting a new game. Batman, the Telltale series. And you can probably guess. You can probably guess what's going to happen. What's going to happen down in this corner when that happens. You can probably guess. Because with Lara Croft, the game doesn't let you alt tab, so while the fundraising stuff's still going on, I need to be able to switch back and forth between tabs and do the things and the stuff. So for the duration of Build for Hope, yeah, it'll either be Lego building or a game where I can pause and switch screens, type in chat, that kind of stuff. Got to be able to do the things and the stuffs. Oh, stretch. I've been sitting here for nearly 3 hours. And I will have a tab open, ready to go over here. Get that ready to go. And Kara, if you can let me know when it's the time for the things. I do have... What have I got here? I've got... I'm trying to see what I've got around that is sort of 10... What's 10 to 15 minutes of Legoable around here? I knew Kara would say pick anything. You have Lego at home. I do have Lego at home. And after I build the mosaics, I have some dream sets to build still. I still have... Ooh, we could... You know what we can do to finish? I could unbuild this. Because I still have the other models to do. I'm not going to unbuild this though. Build me next. Build me next. Ooh. See what... you know what else I need to put in the garden? I need to find a halfling druid to walk around in the garden. Don't think I've built one yet. So, one moment. One moment, please. While Bricko stands up and grabs the things. Lego. There we go. And this way we're still building. We have one of these which says Ha Jury underneath it. I wrote after I scanned it. I'll park that record player back down there. That will be a job for a different time. Let's open, see if it is a druid. The cobblestone pattern on the minifig tiles is a really nice touch on those ones. Cape. It's not the soft fabric, it's the really starched ones. We will snooze the ads. Bye ads. Oh. That stays. Yeah, so for a long time Lego capes were...
I'm not great at farewell, so that'll do, pig.
And
That's
yes,
the worst goodbye I've ever heard. And you stole it from a movie. Yeah, that got triggered by you saying bye. You can. We kind of keep it PG-13-ish. But yeah. Automod held a message for reason aggression.
But yeah, like when I was a kid, I remember having medieval sets that had like a plastic cape. And I don't mean the hard plastic. If you know the really old capes, so here we go. I'm an old Lego person. The Owen Apple is adult fan of old Lego. Yeah, the really old capes that like went over the neck and had like a just fixed curve in them. But then you had the soft, like thin plastic, like sailing boat sail sets would have them. You'd get capes made out of those that you'd sort of punch out of a sheet, and that went over the neck, similar to the way these do, where you had 2 holes to fold over. And then they brought the fabric ones, and a lot of them are like really stiff and starched. And then in the last, like, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, they've had some of these where it's actual soft fabric and it like really hangs nicely around the minifigs. So anyway, that's my little cape rant. Yes, I see, Kara. I'm lurking. If I admit to knowing what capes you're on about, am I giving my age away too much? No. Now which way around is this cape meant to be? Green on the outside, brown on the inside. Makes sense for camouflage. And with the D&D minifigs, when it's a character one, a class one, you get a male head and a female head, so you can choose your character, choose your adventure. And she's got a winky face or a serious face. Yeah, so in this series of minifigs, the bird-headed race just has an eagle head. The ones that are specific characters out of the books, or like the monster ones, they've just got a single head. And the Dragonborn has a dragon head. So the dragon and the eagle head are just a single head. But the tiefling, the Githyanki, the dwarf, the halfling, and the elf, you get a male-female head for each one. And get a little bird with a little. It's even got a print on the forehead. I can put the bird up on there. And then I think with the idea with the staff, if I just look at the picture here.
Very cool.
There should be so there should be 2 of these.
Welcome to the party, pal.
And then we get a little round piece to stick the the order it goes in. It probably goes the other way around. Probably goes brown stud to look like the end of the staff. There we go. Flower on the end of it. And because she's a halfling, it's got short legs. And then the hood has like bone antler wraparound pieces on it. And it fits over like that. There we go. So she can provide the finishing touch to the garden. Find a safe spot for the spare head. Brighton. So cheers everyone for being here and across all the stops on the Build for Hope raid train for 2025. Let's get ready to head across to the next stop. Kittles 82. Thank you, Kara. I am going to switch to my ending screen. There will be a link of where we are heading. Schedule is the list, not train. So stick around.
Begin auto-destruct sequence. Authorization Picard 47 Alpha Tango.
So there we go. There's the raid train message. Lovely to see you again, Sonia and Alex. Hope things go okay with your boiler. I'm just waiting for Kittles to actually be live. And then I'll see you over there in the chat. Because I've been given temporary sword swinging duties for the night. So yes, we'll see you Friday for some mosaic work. And go. Alrighty. Alright. If I could copy my own raid message, that would help. So, yep, we'll see you Friday for some Lego. And cheers, everyone. Bye.